Hello and welcome back to another installment of Poke Fodder, and I do want to tell you guys that I am catching a little bit of a sore throat. Not real thrilled about that, but not going to let it distract me. This pre-team, not pre-teen, but pre-team event kicked off, and I don't think this is the real team event because if you go look at the announcement we got on the 15th, team match event pre-matches are here. And I don't know what that means. I feel like if something's a pre-match, it kind of feels like they're testing it out and they're going to use the information based on what happens in the pre-matches to establish some kind of formula to even things out for the actual team event. The reason why I'm saying this is because if you go look at this, there are more Charizard, Team Charizard members than there are Blastoise and Venusaur combined. And so something's got to level the playing field. I mean, if there are, like right now, I'm Team Venusaur. Team Venusaur has zero chance. If I understand this correctly, and I'm not sure that I even understand it properly, to tell you the truth, because it sounds to me like all that matters are wins and booster openings and the Pika points, which you only get Pika points through booster openings. And so, I mean, it only stands to reason that if it's, I don't know, what is that, like 4 to 1.5 or something. I can't do the math, but Charizard to Venusaur members, they could be the worst players in Pokemon Duel. They're going to get Bugbot eventually, and they're going to win against Bugbot and get boosters. And once you have 3 boosters going, you can't get any more boosters. So I'm not really, I just don't know, to tell you the truth. I don't understand this. The achievement rewards are rare metal common, cube common, ingot common. Then you go through and you have the 3 uncommon. And then you go through and you don't even get, wait, rare. Okay, yeah, so then you have the 3 rares. And then you only get the 2 EXs. You don't even get an EX cube. The team victory is a rare metal EX. And I will say this. On my free-to-play account, which is coming along rather nicely, actually. I'll just kind of tease a little bit, but I've pulled 2 of the like rapid booster packs, sextuple packs, whatever, to try to get you up to speed. I've gotten some nice pulls off of that. But going back to what I was saying is, for my free account would love to have these rare metals. This account here, I've got, I think, like 9 of these rare metals already saved up. And I don't have the gold to use them, so it's kind of the give and the take there. You've got some kind of a, I don't even know what this is, a ranking overall. And honestly, what I'm trying to say is I don't get it. Like, the only thing that I get are these enhancers. I guess because my Team Venusaur is under 10,000 but above 4,001. Then we get a 6 multiplier. And really the only thing I understand is when it comes to popping open these boosters, if you have the enhancer on, you get, I think I'm getting 6 times my Pika points. I will say this, what I do like about this event is A, I'm finally getting black boosters again, and B, they open in 3 hours instead of 6. I don't know that I will probably set this 12-hour one to work overnight while I'm sleeping because I need to get rid of it. I've already dropped the Pika enhancer on there. But, yeah, I don't get it. I do not get it. That being the case, it doesn't seem to change who I play in League. So what I'm going to do is, this is not the deck that I'm running in League. I am playing my Twitter tournament game tomorrow morning, and I don't want to reveal what deck I'm using in that tournament until tomorrow, just in case my opponent is watching. I don't want them to have a leg up because I'm using a deck that I don't know if you guys have seen me use before. With all that being said, here's a deck that should be competitive. I definitely don't want to throw out a deck like I did yesterday where I accidentally jump into League match with a deck that is completely underpowered and should not win. And I was just fortunate enough to come against a deck where someone else was... I mean, he had put a lot of resources into the deck he was running, but at the same time, I don't know that it just wasn't that strong of a deck. How about that? So it looks like I'm going up against Hacky. And I saw Darkrai in there, and a Shuppet, and a Deoxys and a Mew, and a Keldeo, and a Virizion. This is a very interesting deck that my opponent has here. I'm just going to start off on the baseline. I've got Double Chance, X Attack, Scoop, Max, Gold Block, and Tropical Energy with this deck. I did that to show you guys, but I also did it to remind myself because I just don't know. Now I could just go up there in a blaze of glory and slap me around with my Coco here. The problem with that is if I do, then he's probably going to get knocked out. And he's probably going to get knocked out, and I'm going to do it anyways, simply because I feel like he's about to do the Shuppet Trap. And I don't want to deal with that. And this may not even change what's going to happen. If I were him, I'd bring out Keldeo and probably just slap my Coco there in the face and try to send it back to the PC. I do have to be careful of that. Yeah. Which is what I expected him to do. No problems. I'm actually going to bring Blaziken, and if you follow me on Twitter, you know that I have Blaziken up to level 9 now, and that's as far as I'm going to go with him. To me right now, with Carmenite being new, and honestly for me, it's a pretty difficult resource to come by. For the longest time, I had nothing but let's see, what do I want? I know what he's gonna do. Actually just going to, I don't know what. I'm gonna take Mew, slide Mew up here. If you've been watching, you know that for the longest time, all I had were rainbow boosters. So I was not getting any Carmenite at all. So for me, that's a really rare commodity. And I just don't see the value. Once I eliminate, that sucks. That really, really, really sucks. And that sucks too. Huh. But once I find, like when we play Zapdos, I took it to level 9 as well, simply because I can't lower the miss anymore, so I don't see the point. Same thing with Blaziken. It's down to 8 miss. I don't see the point of taking away 1% gold. Meh. I mean, there are far more other Pokemon that I would rather start investing into instead of taking like 1% of Zapdos is white. And Mew's about to get slapped. Remember how I told you that Keldeo was... And I'm just getting pimp slapped all over this board. Because I don't trust myself to roll anything worthwhile, I'm going to double chance because I cannot afford to not knock out Keldeo. Look at that. So I'm definitely not going to win this game. Wow. This is RNG at its finest. But I hope somewhere amongst all of that just getting beat up, you guys caught what I was saying as far as Carmonite and not going past level 9. Like I'm fully not expecting to win any rolls at this point. Just kind of the nature of... He should bring his Shuppet right there, which is going to force me to slide over one. That's what I would do. I mean, he hasn't even taken Darkrai off the bench. That is how bad this is. And I'm going to go here because if I bring Coco back one, then he can jump through, get the surround, and knock out at the same time. Meanwhile, I'm going to go yellow. That's, like, aside from knocking out Mew on the 3rd turn of the game, that's the most favorable roll I've gotten. Hurdle jump, gold blocks. There's really no chance for Coco to do any damage. See what happens here. Gonna have to roll something that doesn't kill me. Oh, hello. Can I roll gold again? No. But what I am going to do is I'm going to force him to vacate my entry point. He probably should take Keldeo. I would imagine. I don't know. Nope. All right. Well, that's cool. I'm going to back him out of harm's way because I'm not... I mean, with my RNG being the way it is, he will probably roll 51 onto my 50. But I'm not really worried about Keldeo at this point. And honestly, he's doing me a favor by knocking out Coco, to tell you the truth. I'm completely 100% okay with that. That's going to allow me to cycle out something else. And honestly, Mew is a lot more valuable to me at this stage of the game than Coco is. I know Coco will give Zapdos the buff, but I don't need the buff right now because I have Zapdos sitting back on goal. So he's not going to be doing much or any attacking. Watch it be my luck that he'll roll his Mew 51 onto my Mew 50. It wouldn't surprise me. Although I think I may have weathered the worst part of the storm. And on my next turn, I think I'm going to take Virizion over and go for Keldeo. Okay. So now both my entry points are free, and he's going to bring out a Shuppet. And other than just mobility, I'm not worried about Shuppet getting a knockout per se. One thing I do want to do though, I do want to protect my backside defense here. And yes, I could have gone and surrounded Mew. And yes, I could have hurdled over Mew. But he's going to come in with Deoxys attack, and I want to be able to fend off respins should something like that happen. Because now I'm just going to bypass his Mew. Ugh. Man, that sucks. Let's see. I'm just going to step over here. Doing all right on time. I don't know how I'm going to get Blaziken anywhere. Does he have Hurdle Jump? He does. Oh, good. Well, he shuttle flipped anyways. Now, if I were him, I would probably take my Mew out and attack Blaziken. Which, I'm not him, and he decided not to do that. So I will risk being put to sleep and killed there. I don't know that Darkrai really synergizes with his deck. I don't know what Darkrai's role is. And the fact that he kept Darkrai on the bench for so long is very peculiar. Do you know what? I have Max Revive too. I'm actually going to use my Max Revive and bring out Virizion. And my opponent has Scoop, Switch, and Hurdle Jump left. So we'll block off the free run at my goal here. I feel like I should be able to. Okay. The reason why I moved just one off my goal, not on my goal, is because I do have goal block. And so should something happen to either one of my defenders, let's see if I can't knock him out. Perfect. If something happened to either one of these defenders, then I wanted to be safe and be able to bring someone back. And that was the reasoning behind that. I definitely didn't mean to get Virizion surrounded like that. Okay. Honestly, that's as good as a win. Because now, typically I would have stopped on the entry point, but because his goal is unguarded, now I'm not going to allow his Mew to come attack me. He has to respect and go block his goal. And I'm going to do this because now he's forced to attack. If I were him, I would probably take Mew and go after Blaziken. Deoxys A could roll slip. Deoxys A could get knocked out by my triple purple. None of which happened. I wouldn't have done that though. I would have taken my chances with Mew because Mew beats all my purple and and Mew beats, let's see, I'm not going to do that. I'm actually going to just attack here. This guy, he put a chain level into grass. Did he bump up his grass knot? It's 24. What is my grass knot? No, he didn't. So he put a chain level into his grass knot, and it has created 2 knockouts so far, which is very, very annoying to me. Highly, highly annoying. With my Tapu Koko, I'm going to move down and take his entry point on the next turn. And then I will bring out Virizion. I think that was right. Although if he knocks out Zapdos here, I'm in a bit of a predicament. So maybe I should have brought out Virizion first. Did I seriously? Well, I guess 122, it didn't matter. Ooh. So the question becomes, I think I'm going to Gold Block because I feel like he's going to take my entry point next. And if he does, then I'm going to take Tapu Koko over and attack Mew. Which is what he does. And I could play it safe and do this slowly, but I'm taking the risk of if he rolls Shuttle Flip, I know I lose. Well, I rolled Shuttle Flip, or he rolled Shuttle Flip, as I suspected, but I rolled my blue. So I have one more chance before it's pretty much good game, and it's good game. So he rolls Shuttle Flip both times, and I can't see. And that is going to be a good game. I came a long way from where I was, and I had one turn to win. Just my Blaziken couldn't hold true. I have no idea what's taking him so long to act. It was a pretty easy win. And that's unfortunate. So my event rating sucks. My poor main account is like 5 wins and 4 losses. Meh. So there it is. I wish I had more to give you about this TV event. My first thought is I don't understand it. I really don't even, the way it's laid out, I could care less about it. And they kind of hype this up as being something big and good. So I'm hoping this is just kind of, I hope they're beta testing the team event before the actual team event. I hope this, like these pre-matches are developing some kind of numbers on the back end that they can look at and adjust. Because as is, it does not inspire me to play more. It definitely doesn't inspire me to spend money to buy these enhancers. I guess if we look at them, I have 11, so I've cracked a few, but multiply the amount of team points you receive from time boosters by 2. So I don't get it. And like if I were gonna spend money to, because when it comes to the next round, if you'll remember in the memo that they sent us, the 15 they gave us were freebies. I think when the actual team event comes, you only get 1. But I don't see any reason to spend money to buy gems to buy these booster enhancers if the rewards are going to be so crappy. And yeah, my alt account could use them, and I'm sure there are a lot of you out there that are like, wow, well, I really need rare medals. And so from that standpoint, yeah, they're decent. But when you can get rare medals through your time boosters and your lock boosters all the time, are you really going to go spend gems? And if you're free to play, then you are the ones who need the rare medals. And if you're free to play, you're not going to be spending your gems to buy enhancers or more rare medals. That doesn't make sense to me. Anyway, tomorrow's video, win, lose, or draw, and there is no draw, so it's win or lose, is going to be my match for the Twitter tournament, unless something happens and I'm not able to record it. But other than that, to those of you living in Central America, Mexico, there's a massive earthquake, and I hope you guys are doing well. There's, you know what, just all over. You know, the U.S. was hit by 2 really big hurricanes. The Caribbean was smashed by the same hurricanes. There was a big earthquake in Mexico. There's a big earthquake in Guatemala. Just a lot going on. And if nothing else, if watching my videos or playing Pokemon Duel helps you escape and have 15 or 20 minutes out of your day that's not dominated by bad news and pain and destruction, then I'm glad you chose to spend it with me. My feelings and thoughts are out with you guys, and you know, I hope that everything goes great and with the recovery. So that's kind of, I hate that I have to do these, and I don't even have to, but I hate that things are going on in this world that are just destroying people's lives. And that's ultimately what it is. And just remember, when you're playing Pokemon Duel and you get horrid RNG and you roll miss, or your Deoxys attack roll slips 7 times in a row, just remember that in the grand scheme of life, it doesn't matter at all. Right? I mean, it really doesn't. And your rank doesn't matter. There are people whose lives are getting turned upside down. So just remember that when you're playing the game. I know I get upset when I roll miss, and you guys know I roll miss all the time. In fact, it's kind of not even a Poke Fodder video if I'm not rolling miss. But just kind of remember, it is a game, and there are way bigger issues out there that are deserving of being upset over. So there you go. I will step down from my soapbox, and I will say, until next time.